All right, so we are live with Assimilate-Typescript. I'm going to dive right into it and share my screen here. Let's go ahead and get this cooking. So we have this repo where I've been playing around with some TypeScript stuff, and some of the things that I've been doing include uh, basically building out projects and playing around with different things that you can do. And in particular, what I was checking out was directories and project styles, and essentially creating what's the structure of a project here. And so what we can do is actually go to create a new code space, new with options, go to this, and spin this up. Now, if we go building a container, here we go. You can set this up. And a few things to be aware of here. One of them is that it's going to load this thing, and it'll take a few seconds. I'm going to look at the dev container here and just take a look at what we got. So we have Copilot. It does have Copilot and Copilot Nightly, which is a little bit annoying. I should probably just take that one out and just leave Nightly. That would probably be a good move. I don't know if that's going to affect the build currently. And then what else do we care about here? We have some preview, and I think that's all I got inside of here. Now, it would be interesting to know what tools are automatically installed for TypeScript. I have to kind of remember my background here, but at the very beginning, we want to make sure the npm is going to install TypeScript. I guess that's the big one. And then what TypeScript is going to do is it's going to convert the TypeScript into JavaScript. So basically, you're using the type safe language here to actually build a better form of JavaScript. And so this is what I started with. It can actually do static type checking. So I guess really the world is headed this direction, right? Like everything is about, even languages like Python, JavaScript are trying to add additional tools to make them, better performance, better safety, those kinds of things. And that's really what's happening here in terms of the TypeScript stuff. So the first thing that we'll do when I get inside of this project, since it's been a little bit of time, is I'm going to check out the structure, make sure that I can use the compiler that compiles TypeScript to JavaScript, and we'll build a new thing. So hopefully this is pretty quick. So probably the first thing that I want to do is build a command line tool, phrase repeater, learn about the structure. We did that. We did a make file here. And I guess I could even look in this module. What do we got here? Oh, okay, I see. So I have like a hello. And so I have kind of a structure here for a project. So I think this would be a good thing to keep moving off of. If I remember how I did it before, this would be a good structure to build off of. So I think this should be almost done. And then we can dive into TypeScript. So this is this whole code space is a great feature because it allows me to have the uniform environment every time I'm building a project. It's nice if it's pre-built, so it just launches instantly. But basically, if we go here and we check this out, it says for Copilot Nightly. Yeah, so let's uninstall the other one. And let's only, I think I already did that. And we'll say Copilot Nightly. Yeah, perfect. And that's exactly what I want. It's enabled. Perfect. So I think this would be a good thing to just double check. I've got a make file here. We can compile things. I guess I can install that tool. Let's go back to this. And where's that dev container file? There we go, dev container, extension, add to dev container. No, I don't want to do that yet, but I do want to just check it in. So we'll say get status, get add. So anytime you make a change, you have to check it in so you can rebuild it next time, adding makefile extension. So I guess I'll just make another project real quick. And so the idea is let's do a pull to get pull. And then get push. So if I go to the README file, we're going to do, yeah, let's see if I can build out a little bit more complex of a tool. And I think we'll stay with Marco Polo again. That's a really good one. So I'm going to say lesson 4, Marco Polo scripts. Cool. Okay. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a directory called Marco Polo. Marco Polo. There. CD into it. So we'll put that as the first step. CD Marco Polo. And next, what we'll do is I'm going to CP a makefile from above and I'll put it here. So I think it's always a good idea. I am a fan of makefiles. And so in this case, we're going to say anything that's TypeScript, compile it in strict mode. And this would be a clean. So it looks pretty good. So then what I need to do is I need to make a Marco Polo. So let's go ahead and create a app.ts maybe. And we can, I always forget about this. I got to look at another doc to find the, okay, there we go. It's a double comment language or double line here. So we'll say a Marco Polo app, Marco Polo command line tool, CLI that takes a string. It would be nice to do multi-line comments. So does that work? It takes a string that takes a string and returns Polo, which the string is Marco. Or no. Or like who? String is not Marco. Let's do that. That looks pretty good. So now import command mod. Now this is what I don't understand here is what is this doing? So it's saying open Copilot except. So TypeScript is there a packaging system for TypeScript? I guess that's the real question. Let's look at that repeater that I did before. There we go. That's our repeater. Well, let's first just build it out and let's worry about the library later. So first step is we'd build a Marco Polo function. So there we go. Looks good. So this is awesome because it was able to read the prompts and then the second prompt, they build off of each other. And then put this into this function. So you can see the TypeScript looks pretty clean. I mean, it looks almost like Rust actually. If I had to describe it, kind of rusty in a way. And then if I say here, I say make compile, or I would even say make build would be better, just because I do that in a lot of projects. Build. So let's do that. Let's just say make build. Make build. And compiling. Oh, TCH not found. And this could be an issue of, since this environment went away, I haven't run this in a while. So I'm going to do an install here. So I'm gonna go to this other make file here, and we'll just do install. That looks pretty good, actually. Make install. There we go. And there you go. That was it. So that was actually pretty easy. And now that we've compiled it, the question is always with TypeScript running it, right? So we made it. We have the JavaScript here. Here's the TypeScript, JavaScript. Doesn't look that much different, but now how do we actually run that TypeScript? That's going to make things a little more interesting. And so we could Google this. Let's just say Google. We'll just say like running TypeScript from CLI from command line. How do we do this? Is there? It will compile the code on the fly and run it through Node. Run the following. Now run this to execute a type. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of interesting. Let's try that. So let's go back here and let's do build clean. So again, our here is doing some good stuff. TS node. Say make run. How do we get that thing cooking again? Let's try that. I don't know what the app gets us here. I wish I could do a linter or something for this, but say make install. Okay. And then we can say make run. Interesting. So it appeared to work. And now we can say basically invoke the function and accept user input. Yeah. Console.log. Okay, let's try that. Let's say make run. Ooh, oh, there we go. So that was kind of cool. And if I say make run Marco, what happens? Oh no. So I have to run it outside of makefile, but basically if I just say TS node, well, let's try that. Let's just say Marco. Let's just say make run. There you go. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I learned some good stuff there. So in a nutshell, I was able to build a command line tool just using the standard library of TypeScript, and because I used that fancy TS node thing, I was able to actually get it to run right inside of a makefile. So say get status here. I go up a directory. I say get status here. Get add. can say git commit, adding a basic Marco Polo TypeScript CLI. So not too bad. This is a good win here. So I'm going to put this in docs here, and I'm going to say, and then the entire chain is as follows, right, which is this, right? There we go. So we got the whole thing going. Now the lesson 5 that would be kind of cool would be to build lesson 5 would be to build out, I think, maybe a fancier, like, let's see, build a CLI tool that utilizes Node more with TypeScript. You can do that. So let's go ahead and shoot for that for next time. But victory, able to get something running pretty quickly. See you in a couple weeks.